growing our foods, as well as many other things. Water pollution can be defined as the contamination of water bodies, such as lakes, rivers, oceans, aquifers, and groundwater, by chemical, physical, radioactive, or pathogenic microbial substances. This form of environmental degradation occurs when pollutants are directly or indirectly discharged into water bodies without adequate treatment to remove harmful compounds. Water pollution is usually caused by human activities. Water pollution does not have a precise ending.
The cycle of water starts with precipitation that usually occurs as rain. Then, the water goes to the plants, rivers, mountains, to the ocean, etc. This water then changes state from liquid to gas. This process is called evaporation. Then, sublimation process occurs, transforming this evaporated water into a liquid state again, and then it starts all over again. The effects of water pollution can be catastrophic depending on the kind of chemicals and the type of pollution. Its effects can be seen immediately or by the pass of time. The person responsible for the pollution sometimes never knows them. Some of these effects can be the death of aquatic animals, disruption of food chains, because animals eat others that are contaminated and they all die breaking a link in the food chain. Humans are also affected by water pollution because of the spread of diseases it causes. This means that drinking polluted water or consuming contaminated seafood can cause cholera, diarrhea, and can also affect our heart and kidneys. But one of the most important effects, and the one that is now the most notable, is the destruction of ecosystems. An ecosystem can be defined as the place in which living things interact. Many ecosystems are now being affected by careless human pollution, especially water pollution.
According to the United Nations, water use has developed at more than twice the rate of population increase in the last century. By 2025, an estimated 1.8 billion people will live in areas afflicted by water shortage. Two-thirds of the world's population will be living in water-stressed regions as a result of use, growth, and climate alteration. The Millennium Development Goals Report 2012 statuses that 11% of the global population endure without access to an upgraded source of drinking water. Such bases include household connections, public standpipes, boreholes, secure dug wells, and protected springs. The situation we face now is how to properly conserve, manage, and hand out the water we have. Water is preserved in the right to life and pride, as set forth in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Still, the right to water is disrupted every day. Comparing to the World Health Organization, a predictable 1.7 billion people still lack access to hygienic water, and 2.3 billion people agonize from waterborne illnesses each year. Waterborne diseases happen due to the incapability to afford clean water, but gradually due to the excessive pricing of water. Prepaid water meters are set up in poor areas to permit lucrative supply and services. These are cut off as citizens fall behind on their payments. Privatization of water has only intensified the problem.
There are a lot of non-profit organizations working on the problem. For example, the Water For organization educates people on how to create and sustain their own wells. The NRDC shows how to reduce water pollution and runoff. Other organizations, such as Imagine H2O, promote and create innovation in the market for water products. Other ways this problem is being treated is by how factories and different companies are using less toxic materials and not building factories close to bodies of water. These companies have started using solar power instead of petroleum to waste less and reduce the possibilities of pipes breaking and putting these toxins into bodies of water. One more way that this problem is being treated is by recycling.
1. Control pollution discharge, promote economic and industrial transformation, and save and recycle resources. 2. Promote science and technology progress, use market mechanisms and enforce law and regulations. 3. Strengthen management and ensure water environment safety. And 4. Clarify responsibilities and encourage public participation.